What is going on, online fitness coaches? Welcome to another episode of the Change Lives, Make Money Online Training Podcast. This is the number one show for online fitness coaches who are trying to go successful online business. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about the 3 different content types for TikTok. But before we get into today's episode, I just want to remind you guys that we are giving away $1,000 cash. If you want to be entered to win $1,000 cash, all you need to do is screenshot this podcast episode, share it to your Instagram stories. That counts on Clubhouse too. Tag me at BMarkFit. Let me know that you're tuning in, and that automatically enters you to win $1,000 cash. We're giving that away on June 30th. There's no catch. I will personally send you $1,000 cash. All right, that's it. Screenshot, share, tag. You're entered to win $1,000 cash on June 30th, and I will announce the winner on the podcast. It's cool, right? Let's freaking go. It's going to be a good day today. Okay, so I'm going to share something with you guys. I'm going to share why I'm in such a fantastic mood. Okay. I've discovered a fact that has put me in a fantastic mood, and I will share this fact with you on this podcast. So it's been my ambition to be the number one business coach for online fitness coaches, like across the board. Like that's been my ambition since I first started. I wanted to be like the number one program for online fitness coaches who are trying to go successful in their business. And so I've been speaking it into existence, right? The Change Lives, Make Money Online Training Podcast, the number one show. Like I speak that into existence. Well, now for sure, my podcast is the number one podcast for online fitness coaches, like without a doubt, no questions asked. Over 400 episodes, like we fucking hot. All right. So on the podcast, you listen to the podcast, this is the number one podcast for online coaches, which I'm super grateful for. But, the reason I'm in such a giddy mood is because the other day I found out that one of my biggest competitors sold his business. So he's no longer a business coach for personal trainers. And another one of my biggest competitors is now a general business coach, not for online fitness coaches, which means there's only fucking one. All right. So I'm super pumped on that because there was, I feel like for the last year and a half, I've been in there was 3 that were like in the top of the conversation, but the 2 just left the conversation. So let's fucking go. I'm super grateful. Me and Cole Da Silva are currently running the number one business coaching program on the internet for online fitness coaches, and we don't plan on changing anytime soon. So this is only the beginning for us. Our plan is to get to 1,000 podcast episodes, which means that we have another 4 years. 3-4 years at least of online fitness coaching. And I don't really think it's going to change anyways. Cause like for me, it's like, this is like, I don't think I'll ever go anywhere because I fucking love fitness. Like fitness is like my biggest passion in life. And I also love business. So like fitness and business are my fucking thing. Those are like my 2 biggest passions. So let's go. It's a good fucking day. It's a good day. So we spoke it into existence and here we are right now. And it feels good. And I'm going to continue to serve you guys with the best of my ability because like, that's what the fuck I do. I'm going to use the same thing that got me here. And that's hard work and consistency. And guys, if you're here for the 403rd episode, I just want you to know that we go into 1,000. All right. So for those of you guys that have been here the whole time, that watched me from 1 and gotten to this far to 400, like, thank you. If you guys just joined the ride, guess what? You're in for another one because we're going to a fucking 1,000, baby. 1,000 podcast episodes and we're at 400. So that'll take me another 2.5, 3 years. And then we'll see where we go from there. And then move over, Gary Vaynerchuk. I'm coming for you next. All right. So let's get into it, guys. Let's get into today's episode. Today we're talking about the 3 different content types for TikTok. All right. 3 different styles of content for TikTok. Now, this podcast episode isn't actually going to be the, it's not going to give you guys what to post as in like topics. If you guys just tuned in, Cole Da Silva just did a podcast that was really good. And he was talking about actually what to post on TikTok. I'm going to tell you how to post on TikTok in terms of like how to deliver your message, because we all know that sometimes you can say the same thing in 3 different ways and it's received in 3 different ways. And so I'm going to give you guys the framework for being able to deliver your message in different ways. Okay. So this podcast is about delivery. Now, I'm going to be vulnerable. And before I get into exactly how to, the content types, I'm going to let you guys know that I'm like super committed to growing and learning. And so if you've been following me on TikTok, you've been following my journey, like it has been a slow grind. I went from like 70,000 to 93,000 TikTok followers in the last like 2 or 3 months. But it has been a slow grind. And there was a series of about 3.5 weeks where every single video that I posted got like 200 to 400 views, and it was pissing me off. Like, I'm super consistent, but it was pissing me the hell off. I was like, I don't know what the fuck is going on here, but like, I feel like my TikTok's broken. I'm like, this fucking algorithm hates me. I'm like, it hates my style of content. It hates everything about me. It's like, I'm doing something wrong. So, the definition of insanity, Einstein said this, is to do the same thing over and over again, expecting different results, right? So for me, I was doing the same style of video over and over again, expecting different results. And then I was like, you know what? Like, I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong here. So I'm going to hire a mentor. And so I hired a TikTok mentor. And I've been working with this TikTok mentor, and she's giving me ideas and helping me post content ideas, etc. Which, by the way, I'm excited to be bringing some new stuff to the Academy soon. And I got this idea from my mentor, and it was awesome. So I'm going to share this idea with you guys. If you're ready to learn the 3 different ways to deliver your content on TikTok, drop a hell yes in the comments. And if you're tuning into the podcast, give me like a head nod. Just let me know, right? If you're listening to the recording, just like, let me know you're ready, all right? I'm going to give you guys the 3 different styles of delivery for your content on TikTok. Okay. So, number 1, the first style of delivery for your content on TikTok is education-based solo content. Education-based solo content. Now, education-based solo content basically means the purpose of your content is to educate your audience, and you're doing it alone. So education-based solo content is like a video where you're like, my 3 secrets for fat loss. 1, 2, 3. So like education-based solo content is where you're teaching something. Typically speaking, you guys, education-based content are talking head videos. When I say talking head, it's like you in the video talking and delivering the value. Talking head videos are usually giving value and they're education based. Now, what type of person should you be for education style content? I think education style content is like, if you're a little bit more serious and less goofy, this might be the style for you. I was actually, for me personally, education-based solo content is like different for everybody. So if you guys follow Cole Da Silva on TikTok, Cole Da Silva does a lot of education-based solo content. So his content is value-based and it's to like give value, and he's doing it alone. It's education-based solo content. Now, you guys that have been following me and Cole on TikTok for a while, like our like little like friendly competition we got going on. We both started TikTok at the same time. My following blew up to like 70,000. His stayed at like 10. And then he had a couple of videos pop off and go turbo viral. And now he's at 150,000 followers. And I'm still growing mine. I'm at like 92 or 93. So when Cole went turbo viral, instead of doing what I felt was like more my personality, I started copying Cole's style of content. And Cole's style of content is education-based solo content. So I posted 40 videos back to back to back to back to back with fucking 200 views each. And then after failing 40 times, I was like, okay, I'm doing something wrong here. So I started switching up my content types, and I'm going to get into the next content type in a minute. But guys, write that down. The first type of content that you can make on TikTok is education-based solo content. Does that make sense? Education-based solo content. Write that down. The second type of content that you guys can make on TikTok, the second kind of content that you guys can make on TikTok is entertainment-based solo content. Entertainment-based solo content. Now, this type of content isn't designed to teach anything. It's not designed to educate or give value in the form of like knowledge. Entertainment-based solo content is designed to make people laugh. It's designed to have a good time. It's funny. It's funny content. Jokes, purely laughter. It's just designed to entertain. Entertainment-based content is designed to make you laugh and is one of the content styles that I'd recommend if you naturally have a goofy personality. So for me, you guys, like I am like most of you guys see me on the podcast as like super serious, be Mark. And like you guys see me on my Instagram as like smash your goals. But like honestly, off camera, like I'm a pretty big goofball. Like I'm like, I like to like, my house is a little bit weird. Some of the stuff I yell around Kirsten is just weird. Okay. So I'm a goofball naturally. And so entertainment-based solo content actually, like I do really, really well at that kind of stuff because I'm naturally goofy. Like that is like my natural personality. And so if you think about the type of person that you are off camera, if you are naturally goofy, then entertainment-based solo content is good for you. Now, when I say entertainment-based, the reason I'm going to talk about why I call it solo content in a minute, but basically your intention with entertainment-based solo content is to make people laugh. That's why you're doing it. So if you guys have been seeing some of my skits lately on TikTok, you've been noticing that it's like more entertainment based because like I'm still doing the, and I'm going to talk about this in a second. I'm still doing the education based stuff. Like I'm still doing that kind of stuff, but it's not all education based and I'm mixing it up. Okay. So we've got 2 content types so far: education based solo content, entertainment based solo content. Third content type you can do on TikTok, and this is currently my favorite, is role play content. And you can do role play as entertainment or education based. So role play content as well, you can do it solo or you can do it with somebody else, right? So role play content solo would be you talking to yourself. So it's like you're like, if you can do this as education based or entertainment based. So as an example, like if you're a personal trainer, you could be the personal trainer talking to the client and you're the personal trainer and you're also the client, but like you're wearing different outfits. So it's like a role play, right? Role play content as well would be like, you could do like, you could get a partner. Like, so for me and my fiance, me and her have been doing some skits lately. So you can get a partner and you and your partner are doing like a role play. You're doing like a skit. And you can do that entertainment or education based, right? So I could do a role play content with like personal trainer and client talking about why it's important to calculate your macros, right? So I could be the client and I could be like, I'm trying to lose some weight. And personal trainer's like, well, what have you tried? And then I could be like, well, I've tried keto and intermittent fasting and I do 2 hours of cardio a day. And the personal trainer's like, honestly, like you don't need to do any of those and you can eat ice cream and lose weight. And the client will be like, how? You're like, well, you just need to figure out your macros, protein, carbs, and fats. Once you figure out that base amount, then you fit that into your macronutrients and you can have ice cream every day. And the client's like, oh my God. And then you're like, follow for more. Like you can do like, you know what I mean? Like you can do a role play with yourself. You're the personal trainer and you're the client. Like you can make a series out of that. You can also do role plays as like a joke. So for me, like if you guys looking for role plays that are jokes, just go. I have 2 TikToks. So you can go check out my TikTok. I've been doing a lot of these lately at BMarkFit. There's another TikTok that me and Kirst, we haven't posted on in a while. She's going to give me shit after I do this podcast, but it's only at the gym. There's a lot of like role play content in there where we're doing like funny stuff. But role play content or skits are another form of content that work really, really well. All right. Now you can do role play content that's like education based, as in you're trying to teach people something like the personal trainer and the client talking about macros. Or you can do role play content that's like entertainment based. Like you could do a role play content that like is just funny about like an idea that you had. Now, again, it's like you should really gravitate towards what you're naturally good at. And so for me, I find that I was thinking about this the other day. I'm like, I wonder why my like my education based skits don't do as well. And I feel like it's because I'm so business focused on all my other platforms that I'm always business and I don't get to express my goofy side. So I feel like when my goofy side comes through in my videos and I feel like people really like it. That's my theory. I don't know why, but, and you can do role play content that's education based. You can do role play content with another person, or you can do role play content with yourself. Right? There are basically 3 different ways that you can deliver your message. You can do it like you're delivering a message that's education based and you're trying to teach people something by yourself, right? You can do one that's entertainment based and you're like trying to, you're entertaining people by yourself, or you can do role play content that's entertainment or education based. So role play content or skits are another form of content that works really, really well. Does this make sense? Now on TikTok, you guys, here's a fucking myth that I believed that isn't true. I want you guys to tune into this because this is important. On TikTok, I thought that once I made a page about one thing, so basically I had like a success motivation page. And I thought that once my page was success motivation, that's all that I could post is success motivation. And then anything else that I posted wouldn't be good. Wrong. I had this like success motivation page that was like all about like motivational videos and like keeping people inspired, et cetera, et cetera. And then I did a role play, like a skit that was entertainment based. And it was like just a skit with me and Kirst. And it blew up to like 2.5 million views or something like that. It's on my page. I think it's like 2.2 million views. And it's on a page that's success motivation. So that told me that it doesn't have to be like your page doesn't have to be one thing. And in fact, if you're getting low views, you should be experimenting with your content types, because if you're getting low views, like just like me, I had 30 videos fucking back to back to back to back with like 200 views, and it was getting annoying. And so I switched it up because I'm like, well, whatever I'm doing right now isn't working. It's not hitting. And so I need to do something different. And so I tried experiment. I did some different stuff, right? And I hired a mentor, and she's really smart. She's actually watching me right now. So guys, you got to switch it up. If you're doing content back to back to back to back to back and nothing's working, just like me, like consistency, unfortunately, isn't the only name of the game. Like you need to be evolving. You need to be learning new information. And so education-based solo content, entertainment-based solo content, or role play content is what I've found to be true on TikTok. And it's what I'm using right now. And I'm not like attaching myself to one form of content. So for me, I'm like, okay, so I had a video that went turbo viral and it went to like 2.2 million views. And then from that video, I'm like, all right, so how can I make videos like this that appeal to my target audience, which is personal trainers? So now I'm starting to do personal trainer skits. So entertainment-based skits seem to be doing really, really well for me. So now I want to do entertainment-based skits about personal training, because that's going to appeal to personal trainers, and I want to speak to personal trainers. Get it? So that's it, guys. Entertain solo, educate solo, or role play. That's it. And I learned that from my super smart mentor. Super grateful that you guys tuned in. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you. Also, I just want to thank you guys again for your support. Again, like it's been my ambition to be the #1 business coach for online personal trainers since I started coaching, which was 2.5 years ago. And before this podcast, I found out that one of my competitors sold his business, and the other one is not a business coach for personal trainers anymore. So I'm pretty fucking stoked, because I've wanted it for a long time, and now I claimed it. #1 business coach for online personal trainers. Let's fucking go. All right. So I just want to appreciate you guys for supporting my journey. I want to say thank you to every single client that's trusted me on their journey. I want to say thank you to the 850 students that are currently enrolled in the 10K Coaching Academy, to all the students that are in the mastermind, to all the people that have hired me to be their business coach. I just want to say thank you so much. I don't take that shit lightly. I appreciate you. And I promise you guys, we are going to 1,000 episodes. All right. That is a promise. And when we go to 1,000 episodes, the next title we're coming for is fucking Gary Vee. All right. So that's the level that we're playing at. That's what we're shooting for. That's what we're aiming for. And I just want to say thank you so much for joining me on the journey. All right. And just last thing before I end the episode, I just want to remind you guys that I'm giving away $1,000 cash. So if you want to be entered to win $1,000 cash, all you got to do is screenshot any podcast episode, share it to your Instagram stories, tag me at BMarkFit, let me know that you're tuning in, and you're automatically entered to win $1,000 cash. Peace, love, protein. I hope you guys have the best day of your entire life, and we'll talk to you soon. Let's go.